welcome to another episode of the Peelerz podcast, where we talk the nitty, the gritty, and the pretty side of stripping. Here with your main host, Kruella Kraken, and today I have...
Bree Vybes.
We're back. She's back. I know, it's been a while. Don't get up my ass. Okay. We've been Stripperlympics prepping. I went through a breakup.
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot. But not that much, but a lot.
No.
Not that much, but a lot. That's for sure. So let's get caught the fuck up. Because the last time I talked to you was what? You were prepping for some contest?
I was after Miss New Canada, and I was just like kind of prepping for like the summer. Mm-hmm. And I was about to go on tour and just kind of like start my next stuff. But like that was, I like basically was announcing it. So now I'm like basically at the midpoint here, taking a break at home. And about to have...
It doesn't seem like you're taking a break because every time you post, you're in a contest.
Well, that's the thing. I call it taking a break, but the realistic thing is it is September and I have 3 different competitions. I have 2 competitions next week, and then I have another week where I have a couple days off, but I'm going to be at Shade freelancing. And then, surprise, I'm going to Edson. I'm going to be there Friday, Saturday. The week before Stripperlympics, I'll be training with my silks and everything. I might not have my show, hopefully, but then I'll do Stripperlympics week. So, yeah, 3 competitions in 1 month.
Holy shit.
And then I have another one I have a showgirl showcase on October 4th and 5th. And then I'm touring around Ontario for 2 months. And then I just got a call about maybe hitting another province from January.
Jesus
and then
Christ.
I agreed to another I have another in January. I just found out today that I have Aerial Angels and Battle Royale in the same week. So like.
Are you doing the same contest that Serena and Jasmine are doing?
Yeah, next week.
That's called Clash of the Titans, right?
Clash of the Titans, and they'll be the Cardinal Sin.
Cardinal Sins is their name.
Sins, yeah.
So where is that held?
That is going to be at Candy's Adult Playground in Erie, Pennsylvania, because I know where I'm going.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Okay. Pennsylvania. So,
it's a duo show thing, right?
Yes, there'll be a couple of duo acts like Hannah, and I think there's another one. Sorry, I'm really sorry. I think there's a couple, but like, of course, I'll be most excited to see Cardinal Sin because like I want to see what they can put together. Because like,
are you in this contest?
Yeah, I'm in a different division. I'm in Masters. So they're doing the duos, because there's a couple different duos that'll be like competing. But like, I'm going to be in the Masters division competing against freaking like Rubber Doll.
Rubber Doll is cool. She's cool. I don't know her
I'm
personally,
so
but she's cool.
Don't get me wrong. Frankie Fictitious, Rubber Doll, I'm so down. But like,
Frankie's in it?
Frankie Fictitious is there.
She's
doing a performance. I don't know if she's actually in it, but she's actually doing a performance. This month. That's literally next week, 1 week away.
Dude, I didn't. Wow.
And you know who's hosting it? Janine Jericho.
Hell yeah. What's she saying?
I don't know.
I thought for some reason that this whole contest was nothing but duos. I didn't know that there was like a solo. Cool.
Yeah.
And Frankie fucking Fictitious. Wow.
Yeah. And there'll be like, so there's like the newcomer category, there's Masters category, there'll be a bunch of duo acts. So yeah, it is going to be pretty amazing.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's 2 days.
Holy
Candy's Adult Playground.
2 days, a 2-day contest? Mm-hmm. God, we're so used to the Stripperlympics starts Monday and goes all the way to Saturday, and it's very emotional and very long and very drawn out. So 2 days, I can't imagine. That's too much anxiety almost.
It is a lot, because like the one that I did in Louisiana was like all in one day. So you get there at like 6 and you are crowned before you leave that night. You do 3 different categories, 4-minute rounds. My pole routine was like floor was 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, not my floor. The lap dance section was 2 minutes. I had a 2-minute set.
What?
When I told them I had a 20-minute set, they balked at me. Like, what do you mean you perform for 20 minutes? It was...
They did the same when I went to Miss Dude World. They're like, oh my God, your pole's so strong. And every time you're on stage, you're doing a different trick. I'm like, yeah, because I'm used to showcasing all my tricks in 20 minutes. They're like, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No, like, you wonder why all the Canada girls have abs? It's because
we
we're worked to the bone.
We're up there for a long time.
Cheers. Oh, whoopsie. Cheers.
Cheers, ma'am.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to be there, and
what about love life and like anything new life-wise that's not about stripping?
My eldest son started center high, and my youngest is now in grade 1, and I'm happy for them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my children are grown up, and here I get to be just like high-fiving from the side. Summer was a lot with my family, but we got into a new place, and Like my aunt came out to visit from Jamaica for the month that I was gone. I was able to leave my car. My aunt came to visit from Jamaica. So like my family hasn't been up here in 20 years, but like we were having a lot of get-togethers and there was a funeral. So like people were coming in from all over the month. So while I was gone, my car was doing good things. So it was like, you know, it was copacetic. Like it was like things were happening and it was great. Love life. I think I broke my dildo.
Dude, I've had the same. Who is fucking calling me? I've had the same dildo. I don't know if this is gross. This might be admitting something bad. I've had the same dildo for at least 15 years. I've had one dildo. It's a crucifix dildo. And I only use it for OnlyFans stuff because I personally can't get off with rubber at all. I don't care how real it is. I'm not going to spend $1,000 on one that feels real. Yeah. It's still going to disappoint me because all dick does. But so you're just single mingle, Pringle.
Yeah. I keep buying the same one. I just
I know which one I like. I know
it's like an automatic. You put that thing in, click, click, boom.
If you find a guy that's that exact size and girth, are you gonna be like, this is the one, like Holy Grail, like ah?
I mean, probably, but the problem is, this is what's ruined it for everybody. It's one of those like hook thingies. Oh. So unless I can get a guy. Well,
and then you'd only have to fuck in one position.
I mean, like mentally, I'm like, no big deal. I just like get one on top, so I'm like, he's got eating me out like this way, and then I'm fucking, and same thing, right? No big deal. You know when you're just like, no big deal. Yeah. No big deal. So, yeah. But like, I wanted to be in the streets. I really did. I was so close to being in the streets, but I just went home.
It's hard.
It is.
It's fucking so hard to put yourself out there. I always say I'm going to go on a slutty streak and
tell me what happened with you. Like, I thought you've been looking. You've been.
Oh my God.
Like.
So I don't want to like blame someone completely in this because both of us totally are to blame, but how fast it moved and how pressured I felt was definitely the detriment of the relationship. Oof. And I think I talked about that with Anya before, about being like, you know, I just feel like he really, really likes me and that puts a lot of pressure on me and he must be the one because he's so sure of me and like.
That's a lot of pressure.
It is, and it was, and it definitely blew up in my face, and I didn't know how to deal with his attachment problems versus my attachment problems and how they're totally different. And like, my only advice is like, if you have to get out of a relationship fast, if it's not lasting long, if you know it's not going to work, if you know you're going to hurt that person, you have to, and the only way that works is go no contact. Yeah. Give them their shit back, block, remove, no contact whatsoever. No, absolutely nothing. Because it will always, even if you try to be nice.
That is my favorite move. I am like dead to me piece.
God, it has like, I don't mean like I hate him. I don't want him to be dead to me. And we absolutely would have been great fucking friends. But the feelings involved ruin that. Yeah. So definitely in any conversation could be taken any way. And before you know it, you're accidentally leading them on. Or there's false hope. Or there's just literally anything. If you want to meet up with them just to give them their stuff, there's going to be hope behind that.
Because like you wanted to see me. No, I didn't. Yeah. There is no ulterior motive. I'm pretty straightforward with what I'm saying here. But like, because you're there in front of them, they're just missing you.
And it's hard too when they're really nice. And there's like, there is no reason to really break up with them other than our personalities clash. He didn't understand that I'm not the right person for him as much as he isn't for me. Yeah. He needs someone like way more energetic who has way more like neediness for touching. Like this one, like Buckley.
You mean like this? I see. Yeah. Buckley heard it.
Hey, Buckley.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, this is the man. This is my man. Thank you for my man.
Buckley, down.
Okay, get down. Enough.
Down.
And that's all right. You seen it. You all seen it.
We lasted for only a month, and I did. God, I hope he doesn't listen to this. I did want to end it sooner because of how attached we were getting and how I just knew it wasn't going to work out. It doesn't matter how much we liked each other. Yeah. I wanted to end it earlier, but then things kept happening where like he even had a dream that like I was going to break up with him and stuff. Oh, no. And I'm like, and he's like, you're not going to, right? And I'm like, what are you going to say in that moment? Like, yeah, peace. And I'd pack up your shit and leave because I was staying at his house. But it like, I don't know, something like halfway through my last trip with him, I was just like 100% it won't work. I was thinking it for like a week or so prior, being like, I really don't think it's going to work just because it's just too different. Yeah. Yeah. But sometimes you just don't fucking work out with someone. Yeah. And that's the way it is.
I always say love isn't enough. Yeah. You know? And I've always said that, like, you know, we may be madly in love, but like, if the thing isn't there and you don't have that, like, that level of, Especially if the attitude's just, if like the personality and the lives just don't match, like love is just not enough.
They didn't. And like, as much as we can say that we could make it work, you could make anything work, but after 1 month, you shouldn't be like working hard to make it work.
It shouldn't be that much effort after a 1 month. Cause like, can you imagine the 5-year mark?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. And he had like shit to work out. Like he's freshly divorced.
That first.
And I'm like overly healed when it comes to relationships. And I'm like, I can just see like, the fact that he can't even see how we shouldn't be together goes to show like how much growth needs to happen and where it needs to happen. Because he's probably more mature than me in a lot of ways. But when it comes to relationships, I knew he had work to do and he had to get over some things for sure.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is, sadly. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm already fucking new people, so I'm hoping he's fucking new people too, because it's been a month since we broke up. Let me remind everyone who's like, you move on quick.
No. Girl, was it not Brat Summer?
Yeah.
Get your brat ass back in there.
I'm trying. No one puts out.
True story. Yeah.
Hi, Buckley. Yeah, so that's the way the cookie crumbles. Sucks. Doesn't suck, but I'm allowing myself one boyfriend a year. So
there you go.
That was my boyfriend.
You tried.
Not,
while you're here, if we can just talk about how like single we are, I just want to reiterate, I am and have always been single, like 2 years running, single.
Not according to rumors, though.
Single.
And rumors are always true.
I got a call from a customer. A customer. So, single.
Single Pringle.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who knows? It might change. Might not. Who fucking knows? You have to do your toenails just like I have to do my toenails.
We shall go for a pedicure.
Before Stripplympics? That'd be so fun. That'd be so fun.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
Okay, what are your plans for like Stripperlympics, like content and everything? Like what are you doing? Because I'm sure everyone's like tuning in for like some daily uploads.
Yes, that's why I was like, we need to start filming because people only really care about Stripperlympics.
Yeah.
We have a lot of prep to do, both you and I. This is your, third time doing it?
This is my second time.
Second time doing it?
Yeah.
This is like my retirement performance, so.
This is the end of my first year competing, and I know Dave keeps saying third title, but like every time I think about it, there's a pain like right here. So like just end of my first year, bro.
I think it'd be insane if you won. I think it'd be like, I don't know. I would be happy if literally fucking anyone on that lineup won. I think it's so strong.
The thing.
Yeah.
There's so many girls there that are amazing. And like, is this our first, like when was the last time we had someone international?
I don't think ever. We have an international girl this year. That's new to Stripperlympics. What else is new to this year is there's not like overly a bunch of heavy. I was gonna say heavy hitters. I don't mean heavy. I mean veterans.
Yes.
There's like Sydney, Serena, and Anya, and then I feel like fresh faces everywhere.
Yeah, everybody else is fresh face, and like some of the newcomers. Oh my goodness,
buddy.
Buddy.
What's her name? Spencer from the States is coming, and everyone's like, girls from the States, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you should creep her videos.
Look at her account, though.
When I told those girls, white faces are like, what do you mean? I'm like, she's fucking good. You should probably go creep her account.
Yeah.
And they did, and they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, she came in second place at the competition that I won, but I'll never forget walking in the door and coming around the corner, and this teeny little Texas girl, I want to do Stripperlympics in Edmonton. I'll text JP. Done and done.
And you know
by the end of the week, she was in.
This better bring some more girls from the States in.
Do I want to point it out too? Like, I want to thank her because through that hard work, like this girl has been a dancer for like years, like 11 years or something. She's been an aerialist and contortion and been in like this like performance forever. And she has done like bikini contests, like aplenty. She's now stepping into this contestant thing. She won first place at Aerial Angels in the summer. I'm sure a bunch of people saw me showing this video of these two girls. One girl that like went up a pole, she did a candlestick, and then she opened up and did this with her body. And I'd never seen that, so I'd been showing it to people. And there was another girl that was hanging from a flying pole, but she switched to the strap and threw the pole around her. Mm-hmm. Those two girls were like in that competition. So seeing Spencer like take home the titles that she did and then asked to be in Stripperlympics, as soon as she started advertising it, she took it to her club Bucks in Texas, and now they're giving her 2 feature shows paid.
It's how things work.
To encourage, to like give her the chance to run the show before she goes to Canada, and to give them the test to see if they can do feature shows during the day.
Yeah.
This is how you evolve the industry. Take the chance.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
do you hear that, guys? Take the chance.
Take the chance, bro.
sit with us sometimes and ask what chances we might have to offer, because I think there's a lot that we could bring to this industry performance-wise that would make a lot of money and stop bringing in the broke people. And I think we are full of those fucking ideas.
Yeah.
You just got to talk to us more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is this her first Canadian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I think
we're bringing her on the podcast the week of Stripperlympics. She won't be here prior, though, will she?
No, she'll be here the week of. So I already talked to her. She's so excited to come down and meet you guys and be on the podcast and everything.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll keep those questions for her so you guys can keep in tune, and I can ask her what.
Maybe in the comments, if you have any questions.
Ask some questions for the U.S. girl. She's from the U.S.?
Yes.
Yes.
She's from Texas.
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 That's awesome. Fuck yeah. Are you, versus last year to this year, what changes do you think that you need to make yourself more comfortable and make your show better?
Well, last year was a series of unfortunate events. This year, I immediately at the end of last year, I began to prep for this year. So last year I went into like at the beginning of the summer, when the agency calls and figures out who the girls are, I put in an order for a costume that I couldn't even end up buying and paying for after all the props and stuff were by the end of September. So last minute I changed it and I took a costume out of my bag, which was the Golden Girls show. And I had only had my breasts done in February. So when
Golden Girls wasn't like your original plan?
No, I was going to do what was it called? It was going to be a rock set, like metal, and it was going to be, I'm still going to do it someday. It's a 3-ring circus. So as I go through the different areas of the circus, that's why I started learning all the different props, because each song is a different area of the circus. Okay. And there's like a whole Goblin Girl thing that I'm doing, and I think people have seen it. People who've ever been in my car have seen the Goblin wings, but like that was part of it. But I got the wings and I got the music and started getting the props, but the actual costume, the way I wanted it, wasn't going to be feasible in time. So I put it on the back burner because like I just couldn't. So I took something out of the bag, which was my Golden Girls, which, still hilarious, awesome. Hilarious. But because I just got my boobs done, there was no pole in that routine. And when I realized this was a heavy pole competition and all the tricks and everything, like I didn't do aerials back then. At that point, like I don't even think I did fans that time. I like last minute, the night before I performed, I had bought a bottle of paint. So when I was on stairs, I opened it. I'm like, oh shit, there's a cap on it, kind of like that was like where I was at when I competed last year. Yeah. And now I've done 4 competitions. I've got 2 more titles. I have an incredible, like I have a collection of 8 really good shows that I've been able to like confidently market out and like put stuff together. I've done a lot of training to like specifically get certain skills, and I even built a new aerial apparatus, yo. So
do you have a name for it? The swoop.
I need a name for it. The swingy.
Buckley. Get down.
You're like in the middle
Baby
of
girl. Hey.
Yeah, I need to be able to talk to this.
Yes, you're
so. Are you okay?
She's fine. Come here, you.
Okay, you're fine. Yes, you're. But yeah, I need some kind of name for it because it's like it's a thing, but that's a different thing.
So it's a mixture between a hammock
but it's silks. Also silks. So like I get in the hammock and then I let the silks down and then
the hilks.
The hilks.
The hilks have eyes.
The hilks have. Well, maybe I'll just call it hilks.
Hilks.
I like that hilks.
You be like your secret?
Yeah.
When everyone's like, oh my God, do you have sparklers this year? Are you doing fire? Just be like, no, but I'm bringing the hilks. And they'll be like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, what the fuck is that?
It takes it's so funny because it takes one new apparatus or one new slightly different thing for everyone to go and panic. When it was Melina's fucking sparkler things, everyone's like, oh my God, like my show doesn't compare because I don't have fucking sparklers. Like everyone needs to calm the fuck down. And I know as soon as you whip that out, they're going to be like, ugh! But it's fine. Everyone, it's fine.
Yeah, everybody, like, and it's funny because, like, everybody has their thing. Everybody has their, like, signature piece and they build stuff. Like, I like the idea that we all, like, shake each other up because that means that for the next year, all of us girls are going to turn around and put together, like, boom, so much hard work to, like, level it up next year. And I just think that's, like, super cool.
Hell yeah.
So, like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of work. But I feel like the work's already been doing in the last year in the background. So now I just get to perform it.
Fuck yeah. And you've performed this one before. This was your Miss Nude Canada show, was it?
This was my Miss Nude Canada show.
So it's practiced, it's good.
And even those people who've seen it here at the club, well, Miss Nude Canada, I was allowed to do a water show. And I'm not really allowed to do a water show at Shade, so I had to, like, completely change or, like, cut that part out. A lot of people that have seen me do it outside of Shade have not seen me do my double drop, and I actually changed my double drop.
Double drop. Have I seen your double drop?
Well, it was only a single drop.
Yeah.
So, surprise.
I'm not competing, so nothing scares me this year. I'm just like, that's rad, that's sick, cool. Like, thank God I don't have to keep working to get better than you guys. Like, fuck this, I'm done.
So like, I don't know if I'm gonna use the schmamic.
The schmamic. The schmamic.
So I don't know if I'm gonna use the schmamic or the double drop, but yeah. I made that work, and it's really pretty. But I don't know when else I get to use it again, because not everywhere has the space that Shade does, right?
We're very spoiled when it comes to ceiling height, because Shade is pretty fucking mint for that.
It is mint. It's got like the super tall pole and like the killer aerial like hanging that goes right to the ceiling. Like that is like Vegas style club right here in little old Edmonton.
Yeah.
Sexy.
I'm here to be sexy.
Single.
Ready to mingle. No, I'm kind of talking to someone. No, I'm not. I'm not jinxing that. Anyway.
You know, and then there's me. Why not both? I mean, like, well, let's have that pineapple conversation. Let's just go ahead, because, like...
We're just going to jump from Stripperlympics to polyamory. I'm not ready for this. I love being put on the spot, though.
Let's go back to polls. Single polls. Only one poll.
Only one poll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what else? What are you doing this year for Stripperlympics? Like, what is your role?
Okay.
How, like, people are going to be reaching out to you, and I'm like, what is Kruella up to?
So this year, like every year, I'm bringing my mom, and we're going to hang out quite a bit.
I'm excited for Mom.
I am in charge of some social media stuff. I have to wear a camera. I'm not sure how often, but the first joke I made was like, they're gonna have no proof of me sabotaging anyone's show, because I can be like, look at the footage. Like, I don't give a shit. I'll fucking videotape me pissing just to get off that fucking. Oh, and it's so funny now that like I've retired and these whole like sabotaging rumors have gone away, that everyone who's always told me they trusted me is now like actually letting me help with their show.
A little fluff right on the top of your head from your there. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, people are now like trusting me with their show. People that have trusted me this whole time, but obviously I felt that they didn't trust me. But yeah, everyone's asking my opinion for help and whatnot. I am going to help as much as possible, but I want YouTube videos. I want to create like skits I want to create TikToks, you know.
I love that we're live streaming.
Jeff will be doing that, and it's only the first few minutes, because obviously you can't live stream the nudity.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to get him to also videotape on other people's phones so they can sell it within their OnlyFans.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, because there's going to be stuff that I do when I'm naked in my silks that I would like to be able to market out to other clubs and be able to show them, but like there's no record of it because you're nude, and most people stop recording.
We have Walter.
Yes.
Yeah, and he'll be videotaping the whole thing as well. But I want to really create like the ins and outs of what Stripperlympics is like on video, because like every year they say they're going to put out something, and they kind of do. And I don't know. I want to show like my side of it as the stripper who really does witness everything, and helping outside the club and going to practices and the fire and the props, the getting to the club early, the crying, the fighting, the everything. I want fucking footage of it. I want to see how hard, like, put it out there, how hard these girls are working and how much passion is fucking put into this.
Because, like, I really feel like, I'm going to say it, I feel like there's a lot of, because the background stuff, we do it so graciously and silently that people think it comes easy. And I really think it would change a lot of the conversation and encourage people to kind of encourage like a different kind of encouragement to get into this. If you can see what's going on in the background, you would have a completely different view of these competitions if you could see what was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's lots of funny, like, happy moments, and everyone that wants to do this contest and is too scared to, I think they need to see that.
That's why I think it would be encouraging.
With the rumors that go around, like when it comes to sabotage or like anger and how people reacted to not winning or this or that, or like how tight the competition really is. We're all just good performers, and like there's lots of other great performers who should really showcase that, and they're too scared to do the contest, so they need to see how fun it is, how bonding it is. It's like not this scary of a...
I call it a talent show for a reason.
It is.
Because we all remember talent shows at school. We all helped each other. We never had that anyone versus anyone. Yes, we're out for money, but like on the day of the talent show, we were all in it for each other. Everyone was crying and screaming, but we were all helping each other get to the stage. You know?
I only did talent shows at Bible camp, and they were nothing similar to this. Can you imagine? Woo! Bring out the fucking pole.
Please.
Yeah. I don't know. This year, I just feel at ease. I have nothing to worry about other than creating content and being around my friends, and that's going to be fucking awesome.
How many years has it been for you competing in this contest?
This will be my 9th one I'm going to, but I've competed 4 times. Yes, because I got second that 1 year. God, shut up, everybody. Fuck. And everyone remembers it too, just like.
But you took the first 3 times. Can we?
Yes, and the first, second time. And the first rookie to ever win. That, I didn't even stretch today. Good.
Okay, yes. Again, champion.
I just want to say, too, because I noticed when we were talking, this is hair dye. I did not poop on my slippers.
Okay, I was like,
just
black hair.
Shitted real quick.
It could have been the dog. It could have been the bird. I don't know.
My Bugsy.
Screech.
Little sweetie.
Oh, your feathers are so pretty.
What prep do you have left to do, or are you just all fucking set?
Bill.
Oh, sorry.
Bill.
Me too. I just did my posters for this year, and I am nervous about messaging him and not getting stuff in time.
He just messaged, he just messaged yesterday on Facebook, you have 7 days. You need 7 days lead.
Okay, Samara.
7 days lead.
7 days. 7 days. He should have sent like a fucking ring meme. That would have been hilarious.
Okay.
He's too old to do that.
Okay. Also, memory from EDI's Veronica Knox. Definitely did. She was the second runner-up at this.
She did a ring theme?
Yep. She definitely crawled out of a TV.
That is definitely hilarious.
She posted yesterday. I didn't even notice it, but one of her friends made her a column. Can I also talk about why am I feeling so wild all of a sudden? Because this girl changed my life. Seeing Phoenix Fires do the Wednesday Addams routine on the main stage at the finals was insane. Yeah. Her routine for the EDIs that she did in competition, she did 2 different routines. That routine was Beetlejuice. And you know how I love like using different kinds of props, but like, you know, like aerial flow, she comes out with the arms like this and they're like the arms, but like it was like silks, but it was Beetlejuice arms. And it was just like, you know, being able to see a set in that way. I'm just so excited to see what these girls are going to come for Stripperlympics, because that's the level that they bring for Stripperlympics.
Yeah.
What they're doing down there and like at the expo, that's what they're doing up here in Edmonton.
But for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No, Beetlejuice. Oh my God, Beetlejuice.
It was insane.
I was really hoping that someone would do Beetlejuice this year because the timing would be immaculate, but I imagine next year they'll do it. I hope someone does it because that's such a good theme idea.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Beetlejuice. I'm surprised it isn't being done, like, for real.
Yeah. It's an easy costume.
Yeah.
Stripes,
like.
Fuck yeah.
And then getting, like, a red doll in it, like, Lydia.
Yeah.
Getting a Lydia in there somehow.
Oh, yeah. Like, easy as pie.
Yeah.
Weird furniture with some horns on it and stuff.
Everything's green.
Yeah.
And Green Goose Show.
And Halloween stores, oh my God,
stock up time.
There's so much to take.
That's what's great about having Stripperlympics right now is that you can stock up for everything you need at the store. It's all there. So, is this going to come out in time for any of the newer girls to know that, to hear this? And
I'm going to edit this and put it out tomorrow.
Right. Okay, yeah. So, any of the newer girls, if you're looking for information, like, again, reach out to us. I'm not going to tell you to go look at all the vests because we're all exhausted and tired and busy planning our show, but I don't mind answering a couple of questions. Keep in mind, I'm in the States next week. I might not answer messages at all. But, like, if I see something that I can answer super quickly, like, does this exist? Can I do this? Is this permitted? You might want to reach out to, like, especially when it comes to permits, fire, water, paints, what's good, what's not, like smoke machines. Talk to JP, organizer.
Yeah.
He needs to know that stuff because he needs to keep safety in check of our building and the participants involved. So please keep that in mind before you go in there. I know surprises are great, but, like, talk to JP though.
Yeah, and don't be stupid. Fuck. Nothing's worth the risk of ruining the stage and ruining your performance just to have like a big boom or bang. Like, rely strictly.
Please don't burn the club down.
Yeah, rely on your talent and not the pizzazz of like props or anything.
Less is more.
I do think that that's something that Serena Rain is learning this year is that she has talent out her fucking wazoo, but she puts all this effort every year into like a cool pool, which I have to admit looks fucking awesome. But with transport and having people moving everything around and having a like bunch of different people handling your props, and then one person knows how to put together, one doesn't, eventually it's going to break and it's going to happen quick. And then your beautiful, awesome prop doesn't work as well. You panic and you don't do as good.
Yeah.
But like this year is concentrating just on sheer Serena. And I think,
goodness.
Ooh, I'm so excited to see her not worry because like Onyx didn't win with a cool pool. I didn't win with a cool pool. Melina, even she had a martini glass one year. She didn't win that year, but the year after with the tarp, she fucking won. People need to not concentrate so much on their wet show.
Honestly.
And just be themselves.
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Bring that energy. And when I say, bring that energy, I don't mean like you need to jump from the ceilings and be doing backflips and cartwheels. I mean,
but it would be cool.
It would be great. Don't get me wrong. It would be special. But like, what makes you you? What are your like top 3 tricks?
Yeah.
What does your flow look like? Think about that. What's the story you're trying to tell with this show?
And she has the story too. It's so good. I love a good story.
It's everybody that wins and everybody that ends up in the finals has a really tight story.
I've never had a story.
Like, well, you are, because you just do you.
Well,
your show is you. That's why I didn't remember it was Wednesday, because at the end of the day, it was still Kruella.
Yeah, it's true. Like, how far away of this fucking idea is that? The one story I told Ish was at the beginning of one show. I had 2 priests go up and like I pretended to suck one of their dicks and they said, "You're not an altar boy." And that's the closest thing to a story I've ever done on stage.
I absolutely adore you.
But Anya's really good at telling a story too. Did you see her COVID show?
I have heard so much about it, but like I think I gotta, was it live stream? Kate Buckley. Was it live streamed that year?
That year, just the beginning would have, but it didn't.
But that's the part where she like jumps up on the table and stuff, because that's the part I want to see, because everyone talks about like on the table and like her little skit that she did, and then when she jumps up on the table and starts doing the dances, like everyone talked about it at the time, and I remember hearing about it. But that was also like, I started dancing September 2020. September 23rd, like is my license date. Mm-hmm. So that happened at the same time that I was like
brand new.
That was like the first time I'd ever even freaking heard of the competition. So like I remember hearing a lot about it, but like I'd love to see it. Mm-hmm. I've never actually, this is the first time I've ever seen Anya's show. I've never actually seen her show. I know, right?
Oh fuck,
she didn't compete last year.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. So it was cool because it played. Like everyone, I'm sure there's fucking every dude listening is like, how the fuck do you tell a story as a stripper on stage? You don't have a storybook open.
No.
But she started with like, after she did it the first round, we actually had to warn everyone the second round that this was about to happen because everyone panicked. But that thing came off, the warning on news or whatever, and then how everyone's phones would beep. So she had that playing, and then it was like the news announcement that COVID was happening and that quarantine was happening. Everyone's grabbing their phones and like, and not concentrating on her show. So they had to tell her like, this announcement is coming. Do not grab your phone. Pay attention to the show. Which like, that's how impactful it was right off the hop. That emotion that everyone felt, the panic that like, oh my God. Like,
right?
Because you know that sound. Everyone remembers that sound.
Everyone remembers that sound.
So yeah, that happened. And then she ended up being on a couch and she was like scrolling on Tinder. And then it's like rent is due. Like her landlord comes to the door and like rent is due. So she like grabs a fucking ring light and she starts an OnlyFans. And then she starts like TikTok dancing and shit. Like everything that was relevant. She was like the story of how you get through COVID.
Yeah.
And then when it was time for her hoop, we weren't allowed fire this year at all.
Yeah.
So she gets into her hoop and it's like the whole time was funny, goofy, like LOL, this is so true, to like this song about being alive, and the lights completely went off, and then she handed out perfectly timed sparklers to everyone in the room. Like everyone was handing them out, so the room filled with light that looked like fire and was like waving them, and she's spinning, and it was so beautiful. And you wouldn't think that like a LOL COVID show would like make you feel away, but it made you feel away.
That's the thing, like it really brought us together that year. So like even though I heard about it, I'm like, I feel like that would have been a fucking moment. Mm-hmm. That would have been like that reuniting moment. And that's a thing, like when I say tell a story, I feel like I don't mean like necessarily like write a book. I mean, bring them together, like engage the audience, you know? How are you going to do that? You do that with by existing.
I flip my tits around.
You put tits, you do cool shit with your tits. I love it.
Gotta put them to use.
Yep.
Right?
Make them pay the rent.
Yeah, exactly. Did you find that this year you had to invest a lot of money into your show, or?
Yes. Only because that's why I'm running Kylo, because Kylo is the show. Kylo is probably sitting around, should I even say the number?
Yeah, why not? People want to know how much we invest in this shit. And I've only not invested a lot because my house is my props.
Yes.
And I only do shows that I can use my props that I have.
I appreciate that you say that, because I'm going to start this off by telling everyone I choose to be a showgirl full time because I do not have a house. I'm on the road so much, it does not make sense to pay rent for 4 days a month. especially with rents being the way they are and bills, I'd rather put my extra towards my kids and my parents who live with them. Like, they're getting elderly. I'd rather anything. But outside of that, I just focus on my shows and getting some really like high quality productions. So I've had Kylo for 4 years. It was one of my very first shows. I initially bought it from Ella Hot Wheels for $250. It was just like silver and a cake.
That's from Ella?
Yeah.
Hilarious. I love it.
That one and my Stormtrooper were from Ella. And I have this, the Stormtrooper has the helmet too. So when she bought that, I thought this was so cool I could do a Kylo costume. I had bought the Hasbro mask and the Hasbro lightsaber, the T1. It took about 1.5 years before I lost that T lightsaber, and I'd already started featuring, but I needed something so I could practice to take it to the Miss Nude Canada show. I've just skipped a whole like 8 steps. I already had the first year I got it redone by Pink Lips. The second year I got it redone by Widowmaker. Pink Lips was $1,700. Widowmaker was another $1,700. The mask and lightsaber was probably like $400 or $500 in for those because it's the talking one with the and then she blinged it all out, Pink Lips, and then right now I'm sitting on 4 actual heavy metal lightsabers, and those I'd say probably about $300 and just invested in that.
I have to say, when I was hiding under your station yesterday to scare you, I had to move your lightsaber, and I was like, wow, this is like, I thought it was like a fucking little Halloween toy, but like after holding it, I'm like, I see now how you can do staff with it, because like I've tried with the little plastic Halloween toys, it doesn't work.
It flies out of your hand.
These aren't heavy, yeah.
Literally, I've broken one and almost killed somebody. Like, but you have to use like the metal ones. So yeah, I've got the set of. That's another thing I got. So I no longer have to put them together. Mm-hmm. I can now go from dual wield to staff because I have 4 now. Do
you want to practice staff after this?
Absolutely.
Okay, I just got the staff in the back of my car.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But then, so yeah, I've got all that. And then my fans, I haven't like spent too much on. Like it's like some of the custom ones I spent more on, but like the Kylo ones, I just spent like $50 on those. And then the silks were probably around, I spent $200 instead of $400 because I took someone's advice who I love and just got them off Amazon because I wanted that specific color, and that worked. So I have those beautiful red silks now, and that was probably a couple $100. And then I also have the only thing on the show that's cheap because I don't have a set. So do we want to also include the promo because I got that shot.
Oh, the photo shoot, absolutely. Because like just me doing my photos today, which you'll see soon on Instagram, where I'm like riding a headless, like I'm the headless horseman. 3 photos with $1,300. Yeah. Like it's fucking expensive.
I made my first set of Kylo promo after a shoot with PG, and that was like $150 shoot plus editing. And then the second time I did it, when I went through Walcher, the one that I did this year for May, I had it shot with Elite. So you know how much that was. Mm-hmm. Like, what's her base package? $450? The one with like where she travels and you go to her. Like if you meet her while traveling.
I think it's $350 to $450 around that. Yeah. I'm not too sure.
It's something like that. And then out of those, I added 2 photos of Kylo, and I had to pay Walter $150 to design them. So there was like I've had this promo like redone 3 times now. So like you see the numbers going up. The only thing that was cheap was on the silks in the final version. I've never done this at Shade. This was a Miss Nude thing. I might do it for Stripperlympics. I have these 3 light balls that if you look at them closely, they're actually Death Stars. I think I have a better way to like detail about them, but they're Death Stars. So as I'm spinning in the silks is actually a story of me getting away from like, cause like I'm like this writhing character the whole time, but when I'm in the silks, I look like I'm trying to get away from the spaceships as I'm climbing up towards it and running back down. So I'm going to attach the thing. That was the only thing that was cheap. That was from the dollar store. Those were like $5 each. I just tie them to the silks, and when I spin, they float, and I covered them with Sharpie. That was the only thing that was cheap.
Confetti cannons, paint, that kind of stuff. That's
the
cheap.
Consumables. But then you think about how much, like in a week, if you do the show 3 times, you have to buy 8 confetti cannons each time.
Oh yeah, I think I spent like $250 last year on just confetti cannons. Yeah, and like the sparkler things for the week. 3 of us used it. It was $950. Yeah, for a week.
No, I think we have them for rental this year. If you want them, I don't know. I prefer I go with the more simple shows because I travel and I know I have to take these shows on the road. So I learned after Miss Nude Canada, Miss Nude Northern, JP tried to say I had to do that Golden Girl show all the time, and I said, no, sir. No, sir. I'm going to rip out my rotator cuff if I do that every day. Yeah. But I have 8 shows, so we'll only feature now.
So you come out in a walker. I forget. We should mention this in her show. She comes out in a fucking walker, and like the whole time I'm thinking Golden Girls theme. I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna dance to? But the fact that you're like, isn't like Christina Aguilera Dirty or something?
It
but
is
it's
Britney
like,
Spears.
But it's a like
and then
slutty
it's
song.
Beyonce.
Yeah, she stops her and puts her fucking walker in park, and then she like goes to the back of stage and she bolts at it, jumps on it, and then jumps onto the pole. And I didn't get a
spin and drop split.
I didn't see that because at Stripperlympics you were right after me. So
But your mom saw.
Yeah, I was showering, and my mom was still talks about fucking the Golden Girls one where she leapt off of her fucking walker, and I'm like, what did she do? Like,
and then there's a part where I park it into the other. When I did it in Grand Prairie, I did that, and then I took it to the other side, and I parked it on the thing, and I jumped up on like one solid leap on top of the walker, and I was twerking on the pole with the walker, and then split my legs and did a drop split onto the walker, and was like sitting and dancing on it. And then when I did it at Michael's, I finally nailed my handstand in the walker. Finally.
hell yeah.
So, Golden Girls.
Usage of props. That should be a thing on the.
It is.
At Miss
Some of the
Nude-
contests do have that, and I
Yes.
appreciate that.
At Miss Nude World, that was like, you have to use these certain props. And I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? I can't just do a handstand. I have to.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean that you only have to use like?
You have to like use your prop. It says like usage of props. So like you have to have some like you have to have
Oh, I see,
electronic
yeah.
one, or you had to have a fire one or something, and like the usage that you use that. And same with like your actual props on stage. So one girl had like a jail cell, and she had to dance within that jail cell to get points. I had a circus tent, like it's a little kids. I'm like, I don't want to get in that. I'm like, that's wasting the fucking 9 minutes I have.
You only have 9 minutes.
9 minutes. 9.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, I saw Nova. There's a girl in the States called Nova Baby. She does a Velma show in 4 minutes, and it's got everything like fire fans, confetti, like strap, like chasing, like air, like, and I don't understand, like how I saw it, but I couldn't.
Because when you are told something, you practice that one thing, you're good at. Like that's why we're so good at 20 minutes. But like you tell like 9 minutes, like and you're like scrambling, you know?
Yeah, like
You're so sweet, Buckley. Did you know you're the sweetest?
I love Buckley.
What's your theme this year, Buckley? I'm a dinosaur.
She messaged me, by the way.
Who?
Gracie. She wants to talk about next year.
Fuck Gracie.
Comprehension.
I'll say it out loud. We won't get into that.
No.
We're not going to talk about that in the podcast.
No.
If you meet a girl named Gracie, don't trust her. Buckley, your breath is so bad that when you just yawned, I almost fucking threw up on you.
You are so cute, but buddy.
But buddy, you know, it's weird that now that I'm retiring, every time the contests come around, I'm like, oh, I should do Beetlejuice, or I should do like, I just got these huge bird cages. I'm like, I should do.
I still think you should.
I should be a wavin'. Cruella's a wavin'.
Yeah, I still think you should.
I don't think I'll do Stripperlympics again.
No, but
yeah.
you know I'll drag you along somewhere.
I'll go to the States for sure when I have a waiver,
Yeah.
because I feel like I'll do well, and I have done well. Might not be proven, but I did very well.
You are fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. You are.
Right, Buckley?
Yeah.
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 So I'll definitely do that, and I have a look to me, and there's like tattoo conventions and shit. There's a lot of work out there for me. I just have to get my waiver.
Yes.
And that's in process. And yeah, I've been concentrating a lot on OnlyFans and social media at the moment, because I feel like that really does take you the furthest, which is the saddest, because I'm really good on stage.
I know.
And I wish just doing that was enough.
I know, and really like putting your stage online. Well, the minute you put a poll in your content, you're flagged.
Yeah.
Like,
But you know what? Roxy Delight, when I seen her live, I wanted to go and find her shit and study it to dance like her, because she's so good.
Yeah.
And I remember looking everywhere and being like, what the fuck? And then the next day in the change room, I'm like, I was trying to learn this one move that you do, and you do it every time you're on stage. And there's nothing online. You just have like, just you opening your fans and then the scene will cut. And she's like, yeah, because you have to leave them wanting more. If you give them too much, they won't be interested in coming to see your show. That, or you show your like progress or whatever, and they don't think it's that impressive, and then they don't come see it
because
live.
they don't know what
it looks
hard.
like,
They
and
don't know what's hard.
the energy you feel in person is so different than a video.
Yeah.
So I get it, but yeah, I try to live more like her and just teasers, not showing too much.
Your teasers are great though.
I mean, the one that Walter just posted brought back almost every single one of my exes messaged me. Every single Tinder match, everything.
Was that the one where you do this a couple times? I can't remember.
That a guy named Mike from Grand Prairie did that one, but it's
Yeah.
the one where I'm wearing the new Peelerz. I'm on the shade stage. It's like got a lot of yellow in it.
Yeah.
But he did such a good job with that video that like everyone was hitting me up. It was nice. Even like some internet celebrities that I like. I won't mention their name.
Call her.
Yeah. I was like, hey. But like, yeah, almost every single one of my recent exes, except Tony. He'll never come back.
Which one's Toby? Is that the...
Tony is a guy I dated from the podcast previous, like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And because we both kept meeting so many Tonys and not having good relations with them, that we just referred to every shitty ex as Tony.
I love that.
Yeah. So like, well, he's being a Tony because like she dated like 4 Tonys in one summer and I dated like 3.
How do you meet so many Tonys? The only Tony I know in my life is my dad, who's also crazy. But like...
No idea, but it was like one summer and then it was hilarious because we got to say Tony and then he got so upset about it, the Tony guy, that he made a fake podcast where they never put out any episodes called The Ripper Podcast or something to make fun of us because we were making fun of him. But we were making fun of Tonys in general, not just him. So, yeah, it was a whole thing.
Poor Tony.
So, yeah, leave him wanting more when it comes to your social media. To Tony. Hilarious. Yeah, no.
Down. No, you're good. None for you. None for you. Stop. Your breath is delete, like, get.
The phones are just going off.
Is that the phones or Screech? Screech wants attention.
I don't think we closed the thingy, so I'm sorry, everyone, that you can hear Screech as much as you can.
But now you know why you call her Screech.
What time is your show?
I'm not opening. I opened yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm on until 10.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. That's why I was like, today works better. That's why I was so chill to switch yesterday because, like, I had to run to your house and run back, and then what's his face was like not coming till 6. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just stay here.
Yeah, because you were practicing yesterday, and you've been practicing like every day. Yeah,
but the practice schedule is out now, so.
And it's like, don't wait, girls. Take this advice to heart. Don't wait until the week before to practice and then bitch that like, oh my God, how come this person gets every day? I'm like, because they fucking thought ahead and they thought, I need this time.
I have been texting JP about practice time every single time I am in town. That's how that's how I've gotten a good relationship with the club. Every time I'm in town, there have been times I've been in town and not working and asked him to come train. Mm-hmm. And they see you, they understand. So like, it's worth it because they see the change in your shows. So I just always plan ahead. And now with this contest stuff, I asked him about whether or not he was going to put a schedule on Facebook a month ago. It's in the office.
And I think he hopes that I'll do it as well. But I'm not competing this year, so I don't really care about
I'm competing. I have no time for that.
Yeah. And like, I only made the organization of it before because like I just wanted to make sure that I had some really good times to practice and whatnot. Buckley, you want to come up? I don't think you're going to fit.
That's kind of why I've been asking and stuff. But like, I appreciate this in the office. But like, for the girls looking at it in the office, you have to just if you are coming to compete and you are to the top 2.
Buckley, no, you're gonna take this down. No,
you gotta put your head down. Put your head down. Down here, you don't think it goes up any further, bud.
Oh God,
oh, Buckley.
Everyone's like, your dog's so cute. This is what she's like every day.
Just like Buckley, you were. Out. Oh, I always forget she's a girl.
She's just a baby girl.
She's a baby girl. She just wants to love.
Yeah.
Are you soft girl?
Do you have like family and everything coming? Or no? Do you? No. No.
Nobody.
Damn.
Just me and Spencer.
Yeah. Some people really like full like sisters,
okay.
aunties.
Before I say that, I'm gonna get a lot of angry messages from people. I know I have a lot of people coming. They're just not my family.
Sorry, that wasn't
leave
as
that
funny.
in.
That wasn't as funny as I thought it was.
You better leave that in, please. But no, honestly, like I'm really nervous and I get shy a lot. But this whole summer and during hockey season, a lot of people that would come in on limos, I'd do my silly, stupid shows, and they'd have so much fun with it that when I'd go down, they'd be like, "Oh my God, you made me laugh!" And then we'd start chit chatting. And when I'm out there smoking, and get to know them. So like, there are people that like I've met over the summer that I know are going to come and cheer me on, or are super excited about like everything. So we got people to look forward to. We got a crew. So
and like everyone brings their moms, and all the moms sit together, and now they all know each other, and it's fucking hilarious. And 2 of the moms, I'm going to start hyping this up now because it's going to be so busy. 2 of the moms are doing the amateur contest. I'm not going to say which ones. You guys have to come.
You're going to have to come see.
And then I think they're only going to refer to themselves as like, so when my mom comes, she's not doing it, by the way. When my mom comes, she's referred to as Mama Kraken. So there's Mama Woods, there's Mama Mayhem, you know. Some girls' moms might be doing the amateur contest. And I think that's going to be fucking awesome to see.
You know, and like I said, there's a reason I get into like those people when they come for those nights. I actually enjoy the event nights. They're pretty funny. Like people get so into it watching the amateur contest. I can't wait to see the moms on stage, especially with all the stuff that we bring home to them about how to be on stage and all the training that we do. Like,
but even
I can't
how
wait.
loud it's going to get so loud because obviously if one mom went in it, that mom would win. I'm sorry, but like there's no way that we're not going to scream our hearts out for someone's mom.
But I guess you should make sure that they know how like we judge it based on audio, like right. So like
it's going to be like
we're going to hurt. We're going to
We're going to have no fucking voice. I almost don't want to cheer for the first few days just for the amateur contest.
I'm going to have to rest my voice and be demure.
Because if you don't use your voice at all like that, I do one amateur contest where I scream for one girl I enjoy and my voice will hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like at least you can get that range if you like rest it.
Yeah.
So like let's do it.
Just have to rest. Like not cheering. Everyone's gonna be like, Kruella's being such a bitch. She's not cheering for anyone. Just like, can you imagine
moms.
me? Crystal's Costco show and I'm just like sitting in the audience, grab a hot dog.
Like, I can just see all the confetti coming down and you're just like
unworthy of my applause.
Unworthy.
In reality, I'm just like idiot. I'm kind of glad that the guy I'm like talking to, I don't think he's coming. And he's like, because he's very reserved and doesn't like loudness. And that whole week, I'm just.
And for anyone that is coming, do remember that whole week there's booths. I think they're almost sold out probably.
I think they are sold out.
And the booths are already sold out. So if you're coming to the door, it's usually lined up outside the door. Like the contest doesn't even start till like 10 or 11, but it's usually lined up outside the like up the block by like open. So plan accordingly. Yes. Parking as well.
And we can't, and I can promise you this up and down, that even as a 3-time winner, I have no fucking say on getting any of you through that door and faster. And I am so sorry because at around like midnight on Friday, Saturday, I will get all these messages. Hey, bump me to the front of the line. There's like a few hundred people in front of me. I can't get there.
This is your only warning.
I can't do anything.
What's that?
Oh, shit.
At least we got that part in. Sounded like a battery. Yeah.
That's all good.
Okay. Well, at least we got that part in. That was a good ending.
Yeah. Thanks for warning everyone, but I guess we're going to end the podcast here. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get there on time. Be respectful. Realize that we don't have a lot of time for you, and some of us are not going to be selling dances.
No. Some of us are. Like, they asked me this week if I wanted to be on stage, like, because there's stage performances beforehand. Before the things do open, there is a reason to come early. There are still girls that are going to be performing on stage. Mm-hmm. There are still girls that are available if you are looking for, like, the regular strip club experience. But once... like an hour before showtime, all hands on deck.
Yep.
Place is already full. Or like, good luck getting in. Like
everyone's going to be in a mood.
Yeah.
If you have if you're a big fan of a certain girl or you are her regular customer, do not expect the same attention. Lots of our family's there. Lots of our friends are there. We have a lot of energy to give out and on stage.
If you are there to support someone, what is the best way, before we go, what is your number one, as someone who's a 3-time champion, what is the most supportive thing you can do for someone competing that week as an average person from the outside?
Everyone says that you shouldn't tip the girls on stage because it goes to the stage crew, but I say fuck that. I think the stage crew deserves tips. So if you do plan on giving a certain large amount to your favorite dancer, give it to them in person.
To her.
But I don't think that should stop any regular customer from throwing $5 to $20 to $30 to $40, $100, whatever, on your stage. Just make sure it's in the moat.
Yeah.
Please, for God, if you want to tip us on stage, make sure it's in the moat because we are moving around and have a choreographed set, and it takes a fucking second to move that money out of the way, and then our timing is off.
It's not even that. A loonie under our boot will end our career.
Yes.
If I step on a loonie while I'm on stage, that will end the career.
Yes. But I don't think that a lot of girls are bitter about this whole fucking don't tip because they get it. They get it. They should get it.
I'm sorry, but they're doing it for free for a week. Those tips are for the stage crew. They absolutely deserve it. If you understand that they are setting up and pulling down with inside of 15 minutes for each girl an entire set. It might sound simple when we're setting up, but when we're done and we're covered in paint, just tip us. And if you have a big thank you, just go find her and say thank you. Maybe even bring a card and say congratulations.
Yes. Flowers are always appreciated and loved. kind words, not putting too much emotional investment into other people is
Don't be cutting other people
important.
down to help us bring up either. Like, positive.
And don't come to me with any fucking drama. I don't care what anyone said about me during that week. And no one cares about anything that anyone says about anyone that week. If I heard that Stephanie said something shitty about David, I'm not going to go up to David and be like, oh my God, Stephanie said that. I'm just making up names. Like,
I know.
We have Dave.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going to go up to that person and ruin their night by saying, hey, I heard this or that. Because one, it couldn't be true. It could ruin their fucking friendship. It could fuck with their show. Just leave it.
Yeah,
Don't
telephone
bring up
game.
drama.
Not the time.
Not the time. Absolutely not the time. What other way can you support the dancers during that time? E-transfer, OnlyFans, follow them on social media, share the time of their shows, show up for their shows, or encourage others to come to the shows.
Bring your friends. Like, I know I say it's full, but like, seriously, bring a friend if you're coming down. Like, this is the top dancers in Alberta and beyond doing the best show that they possibly can do. So come enjoy it.
Yeah. Sorry, somebody... It's a very funny joke.
It's okay.
It had to do with a gun. Anywho, so yes, that's where we're going to end it because we don't have any more visuals. I am definitely going to be having Bree on again during Stripperlympics week with Spencer so that she feels more comfortable, and that's going to be a gay old time. I'm looking forward to it.
Leave questions for Spencer down below.
Hell yeah. Have a safe and fun night. Wear a condom, wear a helmet, tip your dancer.
Say hi to your mom.
Yeah. Bye.